What's up, YouTube? This your boy Eminem, and we are back with another review. Today we will be reviewing the Legends of Professional Wrestling Jim Cornette. Shout out to Figures Toy Company for sending this out to us to review and do photography with. Alright, YouTube. So I've been waiting on this for a while. This is the first time I've grabbed or been involved with a Figures Toy Company figure. Now, I know they are Jakks based, and I have plenty. Well, I still use Jakks in my photography. So, we know how Jakks are with the limited articulation, but we still make it work, YouTube. I'm more so worried about the detail of the figure. Is it a good figure? That type of thing. Because again, there's different lines for different people. Everything is not always elite. We got retro, we got Jakks, we got some of everything. So let's take a look at this figure and see what's to it. Alright, so first, just so you know, it comes with the zip tie at the top. I already clipped it out. That said Figures Toy Company. I love the clamshell aspect because I actually use the clamshells when I'm doing my custom figures, so they're easy to get in and get out of. Pretty much pop it open, boom, pull out your figure, boom, put it back, boom. And it's a nice thing. So let's first look at the artwork. We got Jim Cornette. We see this is there from the series 1. So I think this was one of the first figures that they came out with. And obviously I still have my Jakks Midnight Express figures, which is a very hard set to come by. So definitely take a look out for those shots coming up. But back to the review. So we see that they use the little those ties to hold it in place. But like I said, I love the packaging. Then we see on the back, hold on, okay, we see on the back it gives a little breakdown. Said for nearly 4 decades, Jim Cornette has been one of wrestling's most outspoken and opinionated personalities. And it gives a lot of, a little synopsis of who Jim Cornette is and was. So, and then we see the others that are in the line for that series. So we had New Jack, Blue Meanie, and PJ Polaco. So I know a lot of people got the Blue Meanie. I've heard mixed reactions about it. New Jack, I haven't heard too much about. You had to be a real ECW fan, I guess, to run with the New Jack batch. But this Cornette, so far, looking good. The only thing that I see that I would have liked to have so far, I see the mic, but his tennis racket. What's Cornette without the tennis racket? But I got a solution to that problem, and I'll show you guys when we come back. So let me unbox this, get him out of here, and then we'll come on back. Alright, YouTube, we are back. So I've unboxed Jim from his packaging, and pretty much here we go. So first let's look at Jim. Well, inside the package there was the microphone and Jim's glasses. So let's put the glasses on here. Alright, so here is Corny. Alright, so pretty much this is, of course, we know Jakks style. But based on what we have here, let's go with the pros and cons. First, pros. I love the color aspect of it, the accessories, and going back to my original statement in terms of the the tennis racket. Hey, if you don't have a tennis racket, got one for you. Hold on, let me get it off my shelf. Okay, so tennis racket right here. You can pick that one up at Hobby Lobby. They sell those individual tennis rackets, which are perfect for your Jim Cornette figures and or customs. So as they say, no tennis racket, no problem. But anyway, so going back to some more of the pros, the likeness is corny all day. So that likeness is him all day. That looks like the young NWA Jim Cornette. So anybody that remember him with the Midnight Express, that looks like Cornette. So I will say that's a great job on the likeness. Basically same setup as the Jakks figures. We got the basic movement. So movement and stuff is basically same Jakks style, that type of thing. We don't have no ab crunch or any of those type of things, but we do have where you can turn the torso, hands, wrists, knee. That's pretty much, it. We know Jakks were limited. Now, let me go with my cons. My cons. One of my cons is, again, I know I've heard this has been a thing with Jakks figures in general. This. I don't like the new looseness of the head. So that's one of my cons when it comes to Jakks figures. And that's just with Jakks in general. I think over time, Jakks heads, and I don't know if that was a, what can I say? A manufacturing aspect of it, but that's always been the Jakks thing. And I think as you use it more over time, you would get that aspect of it if you have a Jakks figure. But I think that would be my only con, because again, we know it's a Jakks figure. We know the articulation is pretty much limited. There's not a lot of articulation that you can do with it. But again, when I go and do my photography, you work with what you got. And that's what I try to tell people. When you're doing your photography, you know your limitations. You work with a limitation. You don't spend time harping on that limitation. You adapt. And that's what we do. So we adapt. Other than that, like I said, here's the back of it. It's a pretty good, Cornette figure. If you need a Cornette, I would definitely say grab it. The other thing that I think is good about the figure toy company's setup with the figures is, I think especially for like myself, there's a lot of Legends conventions, and we all love to get the figures signed. I think a lot of their figures are great for getting signatures, because some of those wrestlers who have figures in their line don't have figures on the main stage. They don't have elite figures. So, and I hope, and word on the street is there are some elite style figures coming in the figures toy company line. So I can't wait to see the same Ultimate Referee style body we're used to. We may see that with the figures. So I'm looking forward to that. But pretty much, I think these are great to get signed. They're great for the conventions. They're great for the figure autograph pop-ups, those type of things. That's what I really think, that's where the strong point is. Because the clamshells, that's a great idea. I love that concept of being able to open it, look at the figure, close it back up, and it still had that newness look. So that's pretty much my review of my first Figures Toy Company figure. If you choose to grab you one, use code ALMJR, save yourself 10% on your order. And like I said, again, we know it's Jakks style. So pretty much your Jack style and Legends. So if you're a Legends collector, you definitely gotta have a Cornette in your collection. And of course, you know, we can't leave without bringing in my people. Now, that's where Cornette come in at. If you have these old school Midnight Express figures, got to grab this Cornette. They look good together. All right, YouTube. So on that note, you guys stay blessed out there, and I'll see you on the next run.